What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We in here today. Chew the fat with Smoove. Take it to the streets. Dre, show up in this piece today.
Yo.
We ready to get it going. Y'all saw the title. You know what it's hitting for. You know just what it's hitting for. It's about to be a real one today. Definitely throw them likes up. Throw them likes in.
Like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what's up.
Share this joint. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you slipping. Jump in, jump in. We got a couple crazy joints about to be happening, so jump in, jump in. Definitely like that piece, share that piece, subscribe. Do it. So what's up, people? Hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's hump day. You been doing any humping today or what, man?
Hell no. I stand to myself.
I was gonna say I'll take that as a no. Yeah, so it's about to be a movie today, for real. And today's episode is about why women cannot obtain the man that they want, or in some cases, retain the man that they want.
Right.
There's some reasons out there, and anybody who has any clue, has an idea, comments, and we will absolutely read it off. If you have any ideas, I certainly got some ideas. What's up with you, Astro? You got any ideas or what?
Oh, yeah. I got a whole lot of ideas.
You got a whole lot of ideas? Okay, cool.
We prepared. You know what's up.
Our cars of the day is the Bugatti in the winner's position. Right, it's the reigning champion. It's got 2 weeks in a row. It could get a third because we have a Tesla next to it, man. This is actually a proper size Tesla. We kind of did Tesla dirty before. We had the oversized Tesla. This is a Tesla S model too. It's not the Plaid, but nevertheless, it's a Tesla S, and it looks like the loaded one. I see the white guts inside and all that. It's I think it's got the extra set of motors up in that piece too. So yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, I needed this topic. All the men I want and get
Is that Haley again?
are just terrible. Yeah, that's Haley Bowen. And hey, we got you on this one. We got you. Stay tuned. Stay all the way through, and definitely share this. If you got some of your homegirls or homeboys that you think need to listen to this, then go ahead and do it, because we got some sound ideas. We did a lot of digging. We did some research, and just me talking to the wide range of people who are fortunate enough to get information from. We've compiled some very good, very useful, very helpful information. And at the very least, you'll get some insight and perspective today, even if you don't learn a damn thing. But I reckon you will learn a little bit of something. So I want y'all to get familiar with a couple of things, first of all, right? Because a lot of you guys are not familiar with some of these terms. These are the terms that are used in modern dating language and just social media. They use this language and everything else. Right. There's a lot of different things. I did introduce you to the 304 last week, so you guys know about Miss 304. Miss 304 works very hard at what she does, but that's all about it. She's not really good for much else, but she's very good
at what she does.
At what she does. And unfortunately, for women who are not 304,
304 is always waiting.
304 is waiting, and she serves the most important purpose of what men need. So, just saying, if you ain't on your game, Miss 304 is waiting for you. Or waiting for him, better yet. Right. So anyway, now there's a couple of types of dudes, right? 3 in general that we're going to discuss today. And this pretty much covers most people, and the guy that you are in pursuit of, or you dream about, or end up with, fits one of these categories, right? So, our first dude that we're going to talk about today is Chad.
Still
right?
cracks me up to think.
Refer to this as
Chad. If you look up Chad, we're not bullshitting. This is really a thing.
Facts.
This is really a thing. Chad is that guy that all the females really want. He's getting money. He's got the looks. He's got the career, or just has money for whatever reason. He drives nice cars. He has access to most women, right? Maybe 90% of women, right, would like to get this guy. And about 80% of women actually are in pursuit of this type of guy, Chad. So I hope y'all see where I'm going with this. I need y'all to share this to like at least 3 people a piece. And definitely, if you haven't throw that like up. But yeah, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. But this is Chad right here. What do you know about Chad, dude?
I know that he's hard to find for these women.
Yeah.
It's
yeah. Go ahead.
According to, there's actually a website called Delusional Female Calculator. It has real facts though, real statistics and all that. A man who is he is 6 feet tall, not married, not obese, within 20 to 40 years old, and makes 6 figures a year. Women have 0.37% chance of finding this guy.
So 0.37 chance of finding this
guy.
Right.
0.37%, not even 1%. Like if you round down, that is a 0% chance of finding this guy.
Well, they have a little hope, a very little hope. It's a small slither of hope, but there's hope, right? Needless to say, this guy will generally not be faithful, right? He's not going to be faithful, not at all. Chad is not going to be faithful,
right?
I can't say, nothing's absolute. So it's very rare that you would find Chad to be faithful. And I'm going to go back in history a little bit. We're going to take a little history lesson, right? So females wanted to be liberal. Remember that whole, no, you too young. You're way too young. Some of you older guys are going to remember I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar. All that goofy shit, right? Or at least maybe even if you might have seen an older video that would say that. You ever heard the phrase before?
No.
Doesn't even sound familiar. Shit.
No.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar. Right? This is way back when. But even though I didn't witness when it actually happened, I saw a lot of the process, but I'm familiar with the history of it. And politicians they came up with the great idea. Hey, listen, females, if we got females the right to vote, shit.
Right.
We can get more votes. This is uncharted territory. Like nobody's even tapping into that market.
Right.
I think we should get these females on board with us. So but they said, what do you mean? Well, how do you know they're going to vote for us and not vote for them? Well, what we'll do is we'll just give them a couple of rights, give them a little of this, give them a little of that, and see what happens. And it happened. So men are responsible for this.
This was in like the 70s, right?
60s pretty much. You remember that? I remember. Okay. All right, GC. I don't feel that fucking old. Okay. So, yeah, they wanted to be, they wanted all the rights that men had. So he said, no, let's let them vote. And they did. And then they started to have to come up with policies that favored women. Right. So they started, okay, let's start getting these policies that favor women. They did that. And they ended up with something that they really didn't. Oh, yeah, let's take they tired of seeing Chad. I wasn't done talking about Chad, but we'll take him off. He doesn't look better than me. So you're right, Jason. I'll take him off. So with that, you got these women who have these rights now, right? And it kind of ballooned into a lot of other shit. They also wanted to be able to be sexually liberated, right? They wanted to be able to not be shamed for having a child out of wedlock. They wanted to be able to have as many sex partners as they wanted. They wanted to feel like they were men. And okay, cool. So with that, now you are sexually liberated. You can have as much sex as you want, and you won't be shamed because you're not married anymore.
Right.
With that, gentlemen like Chad understood that you can now have sex with women without having to marry them first. Holy shit.
I can have sex without commitment?
Yeah, now I can have, yes, I don't have to be married, because that was pretty much, most men who had access to vagina were married, because it was frowned upon to be an adulterer or, you know,
304.
Yeah, or a fornicator, right? We don't even hear that word anymore.
Right.
Fornicator. Yeah, you would have been considered a fornicator. Well, back then, for engaging in such behaviors. Premarital sex. Like, that's not a word you hear anymore. Premarital sex, as if sex is some type of connection, like it correlates to marriage. Sex and marriage, they don't even go together. A lot of people don't even have sex with the people who they are married to. It serves a different purpose in today's society, right? So now you have this dilemma. Ladies, you have this dilemma. Men have realized that they can have commitment-free sex with you. And guess what? Everybody's chasing Chad, right? And Chad is not only going to mess with the top tier women, he's going to mess with
whatever he
low-hanging fruit sometimes, because a man's going to pretty much do what he wants. He's not worried about the shame of it or trying to get anything in exchange for sex. He just wants the sex just as a biological function, just like you have to take a shit. Or, you know what I mean? You want a beer today. You'd like some JJ today. So you're going to go get that. You know what I mean? So he's not going to try to suppress his urges based on what society standards are, right? So now you can have this premarital sex with everyone, because now you're in the top 10, top 5% of all men, and you have 80% of those women now chasing you. Think about that. And this is no cap. They're between Chad and the other gentleman who I'm going to get to right now, Ray Ray. They create 80% of the babies. They only account for about 20% of men, but they create 80% of the children. Think about that shit for just a second. Think about that for just a second.
Crazy.
Think about that for just a second. This is no cap. 20% of men create 80% of the babies. Think about that shit right there. So between Chad and Pookie slash Ray Ray, they have two names for that guy. This gangster guy, he's Pookie or Ray Ray. I don't know why they have two names for him, but this is the deadbeat. This is the guy that either doesn't have a job or has a really low wage job, like $12 an hour and under, pretty much mooches off of women, doesn't do his own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not ambitious, none of that shit. Usually very toxic, abusive, just a real fucking loser. And he'll have many children by many women. But these are the people that a lot of women are attracted to, because there's something really wrong with him. Just like how this would be the situation like what Jada Pinkett was with August Alsina, because he was severely broken. And females, with their naturally nurturing spirit, will want to fix this guy because he's broken.
But they just can't.
No, you can't fix him. No. And the fact that he doesn't really pay you any mind, which is, for whatever reason, way more attractive to women. Right? Yeah, if he has a job at all, you're right, GC. You know what I'm saying? And he also made another point. Chad does screw, but he doesn't shoot the club up, right? Ray Ray don't really give a fuck, because you can't really get him for child support because he's not really making shit anyway. He don't really give a fuck. He might not even work. He may not work. So there are some guys who literally just live off a woman, period. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're resource mongers, and they will do whatever it takes. And you know, they know the game. That's all. That's their profession. So they know how to sauce up a chick real quick and mooch off of her and pretty much take advantage. And you know what I mean? Well, he's not going to just stay with one female, because one female is a lot for her to take care of him by herself. So he usually needs multiple females. And secondly, he don't give a damn about her. He never really does. Neither Chad nor Ray Ray cares about any of the females. They really don't care, and you can't make them care. But it's such a job, and it sends females on an emotional roller coaster, or this is what they call it now, emotional variety. Females are addicted subconsciously to emotional variety. So if you were a dude, right, which brings us to our third dude, average Joes, right? So the average Joes, they make up pretty much the rest of the squad. Like they're pretty much the meat and potatoes. They're that's what's there. You know what I'm saying? So this is but these guys are pretty much stable, consistent, caring, everything that would bore the shit out of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy is going to be predictable. He's going to be on his job. He's going to do what he feels like he's supposed to do as a man. He's going to do what his parents told him to do as a man. Because your mother and your father told you, yeah, treat women well, hold doors open, pay for this. All of this shit that your parents set you up to do are going to backfire on you because females find that shit very fucking boring. You're not rich. You're not super sexy. You got a regular ass job. You look like a regular guy. There's nothing exciting about you. Sure, you on your job. Sure, you're on your purpose. Sure, you take care of your children. Sure, you're on, you know what I mean? You on your shit. That's not suitable for your average woman, particularly modern day woman. Back in the day, this guy was more so worshipped, or at least respected.
Right.
Now, the average Joe ain't about shit. They could care less
Ain't that some shit?
about average Joe. Average Joe is too consistent. Consistency means boring in woman language. And you got to understand that shit. It will bore the shit out of a woman for her to know what this guy's going to do. Even though females will tell you, if you ask a woman what they want, are they ever going to say, they might say they want Chad, Prince Charming, right? But he's an asshole, and he has the right to be an asshole because he's earned what he's, well, in certain cases. Either way, he possesses what's necessary to be an asshole, whether he's earned it or not, right? He has what it takes to be an asshole. And he has an abundance mindset. And an abundance mindset just means that you understand that there are plenty of women that you have access to. So he's not going to settle with anyone who's not a supermodel and like what these guys normally end up with if they ever do decide to marry is someone from non-Western culture, because they don't want a masculine woman at all. Right. They do not want a masculine woman. And we talk about this a lot. This masculine woman shit, it's the most unattractive thing you can ever be in life. Do not be a masculine woman. And when I say masculine woman, I don't mean in a literal sense like this gigantor chick over here, right? We're not talking about this. What we mean is you're a woman who says she doesn't need a man for nothing. That's masculine energy. Oh no, I got this. You ain't got to help me. I got this. That masculine energy. A woman who, listen, certain things that you just have to understand. If a woman tells you to shut up, drop that hoe. If she ever says hurry up, drop that hoe. Certain key words that you just have to pay attention to that they use against you means they don't have any respect for you. And if they don't have any respect for you, they're eventually going to crush you. Your day is coming, period. And you have, so when you're with a female, you have to be very conscious of the red flags of a woman, if you feel like she respects you or not. And sometimes these females will not respect you. Like I said, if a female tells you hurry up, do not move forward. Drop her immediately because she does not have respect. She does not understand her place, and she will end up with Pookie Ray Ray or Chasing Chad, one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Do not. When a female does not respect you, do not move forward. You are wasting your life. Not just your time, you are wasting your life. Right. Stop it. Drop it, because your day is coming. So, these are some of the issues that we have. You got the masculine women, right? That's a problem. The masculine women are now feeling like they need Chad, right? They feel like they deserve Chad. They were told this their entire lives. That, hey, don't settle for anything. Don't need a man for nothing and all that. And Chad is not going to be attracted to that at all. Chad is not going to want a woman who's a masculine woman. Chad won't be caught dead with this woman. Not at all. Chad don't want that masculine woman. And like I said, we're not talking about in the physical aspect. A masculine woman doesn't always look like that, or probably never really looks like that. She's one of those people who work and feels like, oh, well, I want somebody to match my ambition. We're not trying to compete with you.
Right.
A man doesn't want to compete with you. What a man needs is femininity. A man needs is cooperation, peace.
Right.
This is what men are attracted to. If you don't provide peace, you are no good for a man. And no matter how good you think you look, you will never, ever be able to obtain. And even if you do, he's just going to smash.
Right.
He will never, ever, ever keep you. You can't act like that. You have to maintain your feminine frame, period. This is just what it is. You need to be feminine in every way possible. You can't walk like a dude. You can't act like a dude. You can't bring masculine energy. You can't come up to me and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, you ain't on. Like, no, we need peace. We don't need anybody down our throats. We don't need people who don't respect us. There's certain things that Chad is going to require. Chad don't post thirst trap shit on Instagram.
Right.
He's not going to be with a female who does that. He's not going to do that. That's not going to happen. He's never going to wife a woman like that. The woman that he wifes is probably not going to be seen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's going to be in the cut.
Behind the scenes.
She's in the cut. She's not trying to be her own woman. Like, no, he's going to find a woman who compliments him.
Right.
And adds value to his life. You adding money to the equation means nothing to a rich man because he doesn't have access to your money. If you get divorced, he can't get your money. You can get his. He's taking all the risks. He doesn't need you to bring money to the table. He's already well established. He's doing his thing. He doesn't need a woman to do that. You in the way if you're doing that. If you're doing that, you don't have time to make my life easier. You can't compliment me. You can't compliment my life. And that's what men are actually looking for in a situation like that. Those type of men will never, ever be attracted to masculine energy. No man is ever attracted to masculine energy. There are some men who are all the way, well, almost at the bottom of the socio-sexual hierarchy, right? Where you're talking about like gammas and omegas, right? They will want a woman to work because they are opportunists. And they need a woman to work because, and this kind of falls under these dudes here too. This is right up your alley, Ray. They need a woman who works because they don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing about this Ray guy is that he's still going to hold his masculine frame. He's not going to be like your average Joe who will take that shit and still be paying bills and all of that. He's not going to do that. Like a female run into average Joe and marry that guy with that masculine energy, she will have this guy going to work and then coming home and then doing home shit. Oh, it's your turn to watch the kids and shit like that. And he's just going to do it. And she's going to shit all over him. Shit. She's still going to cheat on him with either Chad or Ray. One of those dudes is going to be hitting your chick because you were not masculine enough for her. If you're with a woman like that, you actually would have to be hyper masculine. You know what I'm saying? Which is a whole nother ball game, which you don't really want to get into because that's just too much work. You can't relax when you're doing it like that. No, it's absolutely not bringing you any peace at all. So, main thing is, females do not feel like you bringing money to the table is adding value to a relationship. That's what you want. You can't think that men want or appreciate what you want. We want different things.
Right.
Just like you as a female are not going to want a dude to act feminine. That's not attractive. You will be turned off immediately if a dude starts switching, popping, snapping fingers and doing feminine shit. Right? Your average heterosexual woman is not going to really want that. So at the same time, it's an extreme turnoff, just as much as a turnoff for a woman to exhibit masculine behavior. And they have to understand that shit. Let's get into these questions real fast. Hold up.
Damn, they're going ham in the
I don't have sympathy for those broads having kids with Ray Ray. Newsflash, Missy. He won't be a great dad.
You don't say.
They should know better. Yeah. And yeah.
Big facts.
He won't be a good dad. He can't possibly be a good dad because this is the type of dude that'll have, 6 kids by 7 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are we doing? How can he possibly, if they're all in different households, right? How can he possibly watch over all of them? It's impossible. It's impossible. Impossible. I have 2 kids, and it's tough to divide what I do just between the 2. For him to have, and we're all in the same household. So just imagine with the co-parent, right? So just imagine you're in a separate household from all of these women. How can you possibly have that talk from, like, each one of them? They're all in school. How are you going to have that talk with them? How can you tell them all what your days? You're going to do everything over the phone? Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
That's bullshit. You're not doing that. Stop it.
That relationship's going to be shot out.
You're not doing that.
Kids.
You're not doing that. You're not doing that. And then one of the females can decide to move to another state. Now you can't see him. And you could try to be a remote parent all you want. That's bullshit.
Right.
No one believes you. No one believes you. You can say that goofy shit all you want. That, oh yeah, I need, I don't need a man to be a parent. You can't show him how to be a man, lady. So cut it out. You can't show him how to be a man. There's certain things that you just aren't going to understand. You can't, if you couldn't keep a man, how can you show him how to be a man?
Facts though.
For real.
Right.
What are we doing? What are we doing? And what's going to happen at some point, we're going to have to accept this. And females are going to have to accept it and understand that there's a major issue here. And something's happening where it's like, damn. Everybody's starting to say the same shit right now. Like, do I need to do something else? You know what I mean? Is it something wrong with me? Yes, there's certainly something wrong with you. I'm going to open up the calls for just a second, and then we're going to get into it. I want to hear anybody agree, disagree. Let me know.
I'm interested to hear any female's perspective. Haley, if you're still in here, I want you to call up.
Call in 215-666-6230. That's 215-666-6230. But I'm anxious to hear some of your views. Oh, and also, you can definitely vote for one of the cars, Bugatti or Tesla. Otherwise, you're going to let this man pick, and you don't want to let that man pick.
Why? Because I'm white? That's fucked up, bro.
That's exactly why we don't want to let him pick. We're joking, just so you know. I'm actually not a racist, but almost most of the time.
Gotta sit to that, huh?
Yeah, but I do want to hear from some of you cats. I want to know what you're feeling. What do you think, though? For real.
As far as what?
As
what
far
specifically?
As have you ever had a female that you were with that displayed a lot of masculine energy?
Oh yeah. And
what were some of the things they did?
Beginning of high school, I want to say.
Okay.
She was. How can I say it? She was the disrespect. The hurry up, let's do this. We gotta go and do this. Like.
She used the phrase "hurry up."
Yeah, hurry up a lot.
You didn't realize it back then that was a really bad phrase to use, did you?
No, I woke up eventually.
Yeah.
But it took a couple months.
But I'm telling you right now, I don't care what phase of the relationship you are. If a female ever in life tells you to hurry up, drop her like a bad habit that day. I promise you. If not, you'll regret it.
I'll learn my lesson. You know what I mean? I'm right there with you, bro. Hurry up.
What was it that made you actually decide ultimately, like, hey, this is definitely not for me? Like,
because after a couple months, it's like, 2-3 months, it's like, this is disrespect. Like, I'm not rolling with this no more. You know what I mean?
Was there anything else that she did that?
I mean, that was the main thing that stands out in my memory.
Did she ever raise up on you like she could beat you?
Oh yeah, we used to slap box. I remember that. She was one of those. But she had hands too.
So she would actually hit you.
Yeah, but playing around, like
She
we
never hit
wouldn't
you for
actually. Nah.
Not even like out of anger.
No,
Okay.
she wasn't like that. But yeah, we used to slap box, and she had hands, bro. She was heavy-handed. Like I didn't want to hurt her. Like it came down to that. Like, all right, chill. We gonna end up taking this too serious.
So that's what I would really like to say, for sure. Pay attention to the signs early.
Yeah, because if you don't, you're in for a shit show.
Certain things that you're going to understand about women, and we're going to start emphasizing this a lot because I need everybody to see this. I need everyone to see this. I want y'all to understand there's certain things that you have to do, and certain things you cannot do. You know what I'm saying? And women, if you're not acting right, just remember, Miss 304 is always, always, always ready to go. Always ready to go. So sometimes you just got to be considerate, right? Certain things you should just do without asking, right? Certain things you really should just do without asking. Shouldn't have to ask for that. And you're gonna have to. There's no other way around it. At some point, you'll get it, and if not, you can keep chasing Chad if you want to. Keep chasing Chad if you want to. That's fine. Well, like I said, go over that number again for those who may have missed it. I want you to go over that stat of them actually getting Chad.
I don't even have to look at the phone. 0.37% chance of you finding the man of your dreams. That over 6 foot tall, not obese, looks good, makes 6 figures. Yeah, 0.37% chance.
So,
and if you take money out of the equation, you have a 6.2% chance of finding this guy, no matter what amount of money he makes. 6.2%.
Now, if you didn't have those crazy standards, right, you might be good. So, I want to know what the females would do if they ran into an average guy. If they just came to the realization that you can't have Chad and Pookie / Ray
It's just not cutting.
is just fucking up my life while fucking his own up. What's this downward spiral, right? When the smoke clears and you realize you got about 40 bodies, 39 Ray Rays and 1 Chad, what are you going to do? So, I'm going to tell you what the common misconception is, right? Because Mr. Chad will smash those type of females all the way. Sometimes they dig at the bottom of the barrel just because it's mad easy, low-hanging fruit. Like I said, they're going to get some of these dimes and all of that, but they got to work harder and spend more energy and time. And sometimes these dudes really on their purpose, and they don't really have the time to do that. But now they hit this little medium chick up, and she's also, oh shit, look, who hit me? This guy hit me up? Oh, hell yeah. I knew I could get these type of guys. And then they get with that type of guy. He's a complete asshole. And she's attracted to it because I don't know why. I could explain it why you would be attracted to those type of things, but okay, fine. That's woman nature, right? And he don't care about you. He don't pay you no mind. He don't hit you, and that makes females more attracted, less bored. They have something to do. They have a purpose. They got to wonder what this guy's doing. Who's he cheating with? Who else does he want? And like I said, emotional variety. Females like emotional variety. This guy's not considered because he don't care. He's
right. Why
running.
would he be
He's running the numbers up right now. He'll hit you up, maybe on some humbug shit. Damn, it's Tuesday. I'm probably damn. I feel like smashing. Let me hit this dumb broad up. Oh, okay. She with the shits. I'm out. Yeah, come through. And then he sends you packing. You're like, damn. And you'll smash this guy. All those rules, that 90-day rule, go out the window. All that shit. All your principles out the window. Because you with this Chad guy and you so don't want to disappoint Chad. But he's used to everybody throwing their panties at him. It's not a big deal. And a lot of women think that they are way better at sex than they are.
Right.
Really think they're way better at sex than they actually are. Females think that they're a 10 and they tell you that shit. and they
Then
tell
you
you, look,
smash,
you're really
it's
good. You're like,
maybe half that.
maybe half that. Maybe half that. We got to vote for the Bugatti.
Oh, it's 3 weeks in a row.
Oh my gosh. Some of the women think that they can change the bad boy. Fail every time. Well, thinking that you can change a man is a fail every time, GC. You got that right. You cannot ever change a man. How you find him is how he's going to be.
Right.
A man can only change himself. You might catch a man on the come up, and that's cool. But if he's not already off that, you can't do that. You can't make a bum ass dude
Right, you
become
can't change
ambitious.
a mindset
Are you kidding
yourself.
me? Are you kidding me? You really feel like you can change a bum into an ambitious dude? No.
Right. How?
You think you could turn a player into a faithful cat? No. This doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. I don't even if you feel like you can take this dude who's been doing his thing his whole life and then all of a sudden you just that perfect woman who's going to change this guy's whole perception of life with this golden vajayjay you're going to give him. Stupid. Come on now. It's not happening, yo. It's not happening. You can't change a man. How you find him is how he's going to be. Accept it and love it. Or keep it moving. Seriously.
Facts.
It's not going to happen. And this is what I'm going to say. A lot of females just feel like they qualify already to get these dudes just because they were told so and they watch these dumbass Disney movies where Prince Charming always just sweep them off their feet. And no, that's not it. That's not it. You're not ready-made, and you feel like you don't have to put forth any effort. Here's an example. I know some females who live in some rather humble spaces, right? They don't ever complain about how humble their space is. They love their humble home, and they treat it like it's gold. They sit there and decorate and put all their air fresheners in that humble-ass home, right? They cook in that humble-ass home. They make it nice. They keep it tidy. Sometimes women are messy, but usually they're tight, right? In that humble-ass home. They invite their friends to go see that humble-ass home, right? And they're happy with it. They don't moan and groan about why they can't get a mansion. They understand their credit ain't really right for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to get a place, you take several things into consideration. Your credit, your down payment, you research, you look, location, and you get the best thing that you can actually afford. You don't go for that mansion because you understand that it's out of your reach, and you accept it. Almost like men have to accept things. But then, when it comes to a man, you can't accept that. You feel like you deserve the top tier. When you're looking for a job, women are going to college at a much higher clip than men are. Now. Right?
Facts.
Women are more educated now than men. So they understand that you need an education to get the job that you want. Right? They get their education. They go in an interview. Right? They prepare. They get a resume ready. They prepare. And they go and apply for the job that they're most suited to get. You don't see females who have a degree in cosmetology going to apply to be an astrophysicist. It just doesn't happen. They don't do stupid shit like that when it comes to that, right? So I don't want to hear the bullshit about females not being logical or you're just being stupid at this point. Right now, you're just being stubborn and you're living in a fantasy. You're being delusional because you understand what type of house you can get. I see females in a car. No matter what car they get ever, right? It could be the most humble shit ever. You see a lot of females. You know what's like the most popular female car I ever see? Altima. I don't see them that many running around in Lambos. There's a couple that can afford that. There's a couple who get them Bentleys. A couple might get a little Bugatti. But not really.
Right.
And they don't complain. They put their little fuzzy steering wheel cover on their humble ass Ultima, or their little hatchback, or whatever the hell they got, and they love that shit. They take that shit to the car wash. You know what I'm saying? I can't say they keep it clean because I don't know many females who keep their car clean. Not really, but they still love it and they treat it well otherwise for the most part, and they don't complain about not having a Bugatti. They don't complain about not having a Lambo. They don't complain about having a Ferrari 458, none of that shit. They don't care. They just love their car that they have. They understand where their credit score landed them. They understand where their income landed them. And they have all this type of logic to go ahead and make sure that they get the car that they belong in.
Right.
Right? There's some people who would be house poor, some people who would be car poor, but at least they are able to maintain it.
Right.
Right? They might struggle to maintain it because they know it's not really where they belong. But you know what they do? They maintain it.
It's all about stability.
Exactly. So why not take these same principles and same logic to the one thing that makes you most miserable at all, the one thing that has you complaining on social media every day, right? Why don't we take these same principles? Why don't we take this same logic that you obviously possess? We can't give you that excuse. We're not letting you off the hook, ladies. You don't get off with that one. No. What would happen if you decided one day, you know what? This job ain't acting right. I'm going to stop going. Or I'm just going to be lazy as fuck. I'm not going to do that. They think they're getting that out of me, and I don't really like them like that. What happens?
You're fired.
So,
seriously though,
why is it that you feel like because you're not getting everything that you think you deserve from this guy, you decide to say, I'm just going to fall back. I'm just not going to do my duties. That doesn't happen. That's not how it goes. You have to maintain it. You can't just let it go like that. That's not how life works. You got to put the work in. You're not going to be able to do it like that. All we're asking is that you take the same logic, the same principles that you use for every other decision, every other major decision that you make in your life. You suddenly possess logic. You suddenly possess reason. Pro Tools, Fruity Loop Studio, all that shit. You got that now, right?
right?
So, why is it that we can't when it comes to men? It's a very important part of your life. If you are planning on having a legacy, right? A lot of women would love to have children and everything else. If you end up with an Ultima of a man, I expect you to be able to treat him like that Lamborghini because that's the best that you can get. So that's your version of a Lambo. You just have to accept it. There's not enough Lambos to go around, or we'd all be driving Lambos, right? And then it would be boring. But we can't all drive Lambos, ladies. We can't. If your credit ain't up to a Lambo, you can't get that. Now, here's the good news. Here's the good news. If you're able to do certain things, like I said, there's no such thing as no hope, right? You can start to work your way up the ladder to where you can obtain a better man. But there's certain things you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be fit. You're going to have to be fit. So put down the cheeseburger. All that fried chicken, all them potatoes, all that starch, stop it. Cut it down. Start drinking water. Put the soda down. Fuck those iced teas. Chill out. Start to exercise. Get a gym membership. And if you don't, I don't trust you to work out at home. You're probably not. There are some females who are disciplined enough to do it. There are. If you are that female, then I shouldn't be talking to you in the first place. You already know what's up. But if you already ain't doing it,
just look up calisthenic exercises.
They have that. You can absolutely get busy on YouTube. I know some women who do it. They get busy with that shit. But they already are doing that. You can't force them to do it. Some people have to go into an environment where other people are working out for them to work out properly.
Right.
That's the first thing that you can do to get right. The second thing that you can do to get right is be feminine in every shape and form possible. Meaning that the way you talk is feminine. Not with a high-pitched voice. Whatever your voice is, you ain't got to fake it. However, the way you talk to a man should be feminine. You shouldn't
Right, I know
talk to
some
him
women
aggressively.
with deeper voices that are feminine. They maintain that feminine frame. Even though they have a voice like this.
Yeah. That shit is so not sexy for me, though. I don't give a fuck. If you sound like that, you ain't got the damn chance for me, no matter what. I'm sorry, but fuck that part. I've always liked very, very feminine features. If you have big hands, sorry, you're disqualified. If you have big feet, you are disqualified. If you have a deep voice, absolutely disqualified. Sorry, it is what it is. That's just me. Not everybody's such an asshole, but for me, yeah. I've always been attracted to only feminine features. If you're hairy as fuck,
Oh no.
disqualified.
Get that out of here.
I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. If you are hairy, I'm sorry.
You're fired.
It is what it is.
Facts.
I'm not touching it.
You ain't getting this job.
No, sir. You do not qualify. No, and no. And the way that you talk to men, you can't really raise up. Like when a female starts to just yell at you or talk to you aggressively or try to make you feel less than or minimize or emasculate you, like you gotta understand how it makes a man feel. For real, it's just like for real, like
That's that anger that you can't explain. That shit that leaves you speechless.
for real, like I don't know. I can't do it. It's just not interesting to me. It's not sexy to me. It's a turn off. You can't control a man that way. The first thing and the only thing you'll ever do is drive him away. When you start to do that to a man, the one thing he will be thinking about is exit strategy.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. When you start to talk like that to a man, he's thinking exit strategy. Period. I'm out. How am I going to get out without losing as much as I've invested? That's the only reason why he won't leave right away. But if he doesn't have any legitimate ties to you, he's out of here. Out of here. So I'm going to give y'all a quick second to vote that
Vote to keep that Bugatti up there for the third week.
Yeah.
What's up with them comments, Smoove?
I love my little fit. Oh yeah. Midnight Haven Tara says, I love my little fit. Helly Brodom says, you really see how people's type vary. And someone, it helps to see perspective on each individual. Yes, that's true. So anybody want to vote on this, go ahead and do it. If you like the Bugatti, right? Or you like the Tesla. Let's see. Whatever, just throw a vote up. Whatever it do. Go ahead and do that. That's fine.
I think the Tesla has a nicer interior. You guys can't really see it, but
I don't know. It's white. It's white guts, and I understand that. That's dope. It pops.
Yeah, it's
but
plain
that
black.
you see the stitching on that Bugatti? That's a different animal, buddy. I'm gonna give y'all a number though. I want y'all to call in a little bit, at least just to we got
one of the ladies called up.
Oh
the
yeah, I dare a
ladies
lady to
call
call up because you even if you don't want to co-sign this, I don't care. You could call it
Right.
either way. If you want to go ahead and
Shit all over us.
Yeah, you want
Pause.
I was gonna say pause. whatever. If you disagree with what we're talking about here today, and you feel like I'm on some bullshit,
Even the guys.
guys, if you think I'm on some bullshit, you go ahead and tell me, or if you agree, because listen, I'm here for it. I don't care if you come with the low frequency shit today. It is what it
We're up
is.
for all the frequencies.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I got mine, cuz.
Let's go.
Big facts.
Let's go. Come on with it.
Big
whatever,
facts,
whatever,
man.
whatever you want to come with, it doesn't matter. Pause. It could be a low frequency. You could be on one. I don't give a damn. But yeah, we go ahead. We can talk about this for real, because it's a discussion that we need to have, and I feel like a lot of females just don't understand what men are actually interested in. They have their idea of what they feel like men should want. And you can't tell men what to want. You can't tell a man that he shouldn't be attracted to you physically first. That's just how we're wired. I'm sorry. It's biology. No other species on the planet tries to shame their men for being physically attracted. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can't tell a man that he should not want looks and not appreciate beauty. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. It is what it is. We don't tell women like, whoa, damn, why do you want... and you know what? I don't even call women gold diggers, to be honest. You know why? Because protect and provide. That's a man's job. If a woman is not worried about what type of bread you got, then, I mean, hey, what else? What are you there for? Right? Protect and provide. That's like your two main purposes. Right. So, of course, a female is going to be concerned about what type of bread you're getting and what position she would be in if she got with you.
Right.
That's just real life. You can't get mad at it. That's your purpose. You can't be mad because a woman wants you for your purpose. Just like a female can't get mad if a man wants you for your purpose. And you may not like what purpose he has for you. But guess what? It is what it is. And until you understand that, you can keep chasing Chad.
Good luck. That
keep chasing Chad.
0.37%.
Yeah, you got 0.37% with this guy. And that's cool. If that's what you want, go ahead and chase Chad. That's fine. Or keep getting with Ray Ray.
Take your, what was it, like 56% chance of getting your average Joe versus, what, like 40-something%?
Keep getting with that guy. Yeah. You can get a regular guy, treat him like a king, and you'll be a lot better off. You would actually be happy. You'd be able to have your legacy. And don't think that you won't have a decent home with this guy, right? A lot of you are working girls, right? Maybe I shouldn't say it like that. It just has a really dope ring to it, but you are career-driven women, so you can put your career together with Mr. Middle Class, who is going to put up with semi-masculinity or full-on masculinity. You're going to have to get with one of these guys in the middle, if that's how you want to be. You can be like that with some of these average Joe guys. And that's the beauty of it. If you're willing to take the average Joe, some of them are with that shit. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He told me that he's a stay-at-home dad. And his wife, makes the decisions and all that shit on and off.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, I can never see myself doing no goofy shit like that. But, whatever you want to do.
Right, whatever floats your boat, bro.
Go ahead and do it. That's fine. That's fine. Average Joe, and that's cool. And there's nothing wrong with being an average Joe, because there are some average Joes that definitely hold their masculine frame, right, to take care of business and everything else. And at least with that, when you deal with that, if you jump right in the middle, you have a lot more variety as far as personality types, right? You'll be able to have some type of a balance, some type of compromise. There's going to be some trade-offs, no matter what. These guys that you're looking for, they're straight assholes, and are only going to run you into the ground. You're just going to get more and more miles.
It's the harsh reality of it.
You get more and more and more and more miles, and more and more and more and more miles. And then you hit the wall at 30, or God forbid, better, and you're wondering why no man wants to cuff you. You got a lot of miles.
Right.
From Chad and Ray Ray. They drove it like it was stolen. You know what I'm saying? And then now you want to be a born again virgin. You want to be celibate until you're married, or have me hold out for 90 days. But you had kids already with motherfucking Ray Ray, and he didn't wait past the first night. So you gave it to Ray Ray for free immediately, but you want to make me pay full price,
fuck out
wait for it, wife you, and all of it. And men are starting to understand that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
What are we doing? So the marriage rate is dramatically dropping because men are opting out. They would rather have nothing, because at the end of the day, men are the ones that are taking the risks.
Right.
9 out of 10. Outside of Mary J. Blige, name one woman who's paying a man a bunch of money. All right, Wendy Williams, you got 2. That's the only 2 I know, period. There might be many, but I can name every man who's been married and divorced. Every other one is paying out the ass for a woman that he no longer has access to. She no longer has to do anything. He has to, oh, you got used to that lifestyle, right? But I got used to get my dick sucked like twice a week. Is she still going to have to do that? No. Oh. Is she still going to have to cook? No. She can't even like send it to me? No. Oh, damn. She's not going to clean up no more, though? No. But you still have to pay for it. So you're paying for her, a woman who is no longer of any use to you and has actually owned, right? I don't even know if she's certified pre-owned, but she's like maybe used, and now somebody else is utilizing what you used to pay for. So you're still paying for it. So just imagine the bank took the car, or let's say your car got stolen or whatever, and you still got a note for it. That's outrageous. It just doesn't make sense. And you can't default because then they're going to go and get your assets anyway. You can't get out of it. And your credit rating's going to go down. And you know
your analogies blow my mind.
Your life is blown at that point. Your life is literally blown at that point. So you got to understand it's extremely risky for a man to get married because he's risking his livelihood, his retirement, all of his assets would make him what he is, what he's worked for his entire life. He could get with you for 2 years and then you were entitled to what he's obtained over a lifetime. Through his lifetime. Because she's probably not going to get married. She's just going to get with Ray Ray. And Ray Ray is going to be spending your chicken. So, you got to understand. A man is taking very much risk when he decides to put that ring on it. So, show him some love. That's all we can ask for. Try to take into consideration what we're talking about today because it's very important information. It's very important information. It's something that we all should be privy to and consider. I'm not sure if you ever try to look at it from this particular perspective, but yeah, it's something to think about because I don't know who else is saying it.
Right. Who else is saying it? Somebody comment.
But yeah, this is real life. So this is why, in a nutshell, you can't get that particular man you're looking for. But the good news is you can do things like being fit, being feminine, being cooperative, bringing peace, adding value to his life. And these are the things that men are attracted to, like it or not. Just understanding what men actually really want versus what you want them to want. Two very different things. Two very
typically things.
Different things. Yup. So we're going to go ahead with that one.
So where are the votes at?
We got Bugatti. We got Bugatti.
3 weeks in a row, huh?
Yeah.
Can it make it a month?
If it wins again next week. I'm not sure if it's going to win next week. I got something that I was actually...
Yeah, you got some competition,
I actually had something today that I was going to blow this bitch away with, but it's fine. Damn it. I really want to send that hoe off. I'll do.
Give him a couple seconds to vote.
Nah, it's over. It's over. We're going to send this bastard off. Ooh, this got some kickback. This is feeling kind of firm. Wait. It didn't even click yet. Oh shit, I left streaks. You pissed? This shit left tread marks. Yes, sir. That's this shit is probably gonna hold.
Don't crash
it's
again.
Heavy too. No, it's not gonna crash. This one's gonna go. Promise you.
Goodbye.
Ooh, almost.
Smoove.
I thought that shit was gonna be mad fast the way that shit was like pulling all hard like that. Pause. But yeah, that'll do it for us today. That's gonna do it for us today. But I hope y'all do take this into consideration. And if you're catching this after the live feed, don't worry. You can absolutely still throw a comment down. I do check them. So we still will respond to you. It doesn't have to just be in the live chat. The discussion will be open, and I'm going to go on for a couple more weeks with the relationship series before we get back into our mental health kick or something else. But that's where we at with it today. All right. And until next time, Stay hungry, my friends. Never